Hello everyone, welcome back to my new video. Hope you guys are doing well. If you are planning to apply for a visitor visa for your parents or your family members, so this video is for you because in today's video I'm going to cover the step-by-step process how you can apply for a visitor visa online. In today's video I'm going to apply as a person sitting in outside Canada, in India, Pakistan or any other country, and from there, they're applying for a travel visa for themselves to come to Canada and meet their family. Okay, so this is how the video is going to be today. So let's start the video now.
Here we go.
Money, money, making crap for money, 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 money.
Okay, so before we start, if you have not yet subscribed this channel, so please subscribe this channel because you will get a lot of videos in this channel which will help you in a transition process from India to Canada. So just go to Google and type Canada Visitor Visa. Click on Visit Canada. In this page, IRCC page, you can see there are several options. Okay, and what you want to apply for a visitor visa. Click on visitor visa. In this page you will see a section where they will tell you who needs a visitor visa, okay, who can apply a visa, how to apply, what is going to happen once you apply, how you can prepare for the arrival. Okay, you can see the processing time mentioned here, fee mentioned here. Okay, so what you need, you want to know how to apply a visitor visa, so just click here, how to apply. So now you can see why are you applying for a visitor visa. You need to mention a particular reason why you want to come to Canada. Okay, as I told you initially in this video, I am applying for a visitor visa as a person who is outside Canada, sitting in any other country like India, Pakistan, Philippines, anywhere, and he is applying for a travel visa to come to Canada, to go to Canada and meet their family members. So hypothetically, I am assuming I am going to meet my family member who is there in Canada. Okay, so I'm just mentioning here for a family visit. Okay, so what is your family member's status in Canada? Okay, so you need to mention the status of your family member. Those are staying in Canada. You need to mention whether they are citizen, they are PR, or if they are working as intra-company transfer, so they will come in a temporary resident section. Even if you are an international student, you will come in a temporary resident section. Okay, so I'm just assuming hypothetically the family who is staying in Canada, they have a permanent resident card. Okay, just click here. So do you plan to visit your children, grandchildren for more than 6 months? Okay, so I believe you should mention here no. Okay, so just click here no and click on continue. When you click on continue, in the below same page you will find what are the things is required, okay, for a visitor visa. So if you want to visit a family in Canada, what are the things required? You need to show a proof of relationship. Okay, so you can click here and you can see what are the things required. Okay, so you need to show a proof of relationship, identity documents. What are the documents required? You can see it is listed here. What are the documents we don't accept? Means IRCC do not accept. What are the documents they do not accept? You can see all those stuffs here. Here you can see use of a representative. What is a IMM 5476 form? Use of representative. Okay, if you are applying through an agent, so you need to authorize an agent by filling this form. So you need to download, fill this form and authorize an agent. But if you are not doing that, you are applying for yourself, you don't have to do that. You just have to download this form. You can see a family information IMM 5645. This form you need to download and fill. Okay, so now here you can see what you need to do to go ahead. And in order to apply for a visitor visa, you need to log in IRCC portal. So IRCC portal, if you do not have, you have to generate a particular key. So I'll show you how you can do it. You just go and click here, go to IRCC portal. If you do not have a IRCC login ID or password, you can register here as a get invite code. So now here so there is some problem. Okay, so it's there. You have to mention your email ID. Okay, and click on a get invitation code. So here in this page you can see a IRCC portal invitation code is mentioned here. You just have to copy this and click here. Just have to mention the invitation code, your email address, and set a particular password. And you need to set a particular password. Just mention your last name, your first name. I'm just hypothetically giving any name here. Okay, so select a telephone number for the country or territory. So whatever this telephone number you have to just mention here. Here you can see there is a verification code has been sent to your email account. So I need to go here and check my email account. Okay, complete the signing process. If you are interested in new verification code, okay, so what I need to do here, enter the verification code. Okay, just copy the verification code, enter here and click on confirm. Email has been verified, please sign in again. Sign in. So this is your IRCC portal. So what you need to apply for a visitor visa. Just click here. So you will land in this page. So here they just want to make sure that you are eligible for the visitor visa and what are the items you need to keep it ready. Okay, so just click here, I acknowledge. You can read all these carefully, so I'm not going to read one by one now. Okay, just click on start application here. So do you want to apply for more than one person at the same time? Hypothetically, I'm just taking one person, like your dad or mom is coming to Canada to meet you. So you just hypothetically, I'm just assuming no, it's only one person. Okay, just click here no, save and continue. So you will land here. So apply to visit Canada as a temporary resident. Okay, so I want to apply for a visitor visa temporary special measure. No, you want to apply for a visitor visa. Yes. Why do you need a visa? You have to read all these bullet points very carefully, or whichever points fit and justify your visit. to Canada, you have to mention here. Okay, so hypothetically I'm just mentioning here, like, to visit my grandparents, grandchild, siblings, half siblings, okay, or a non-dependent child who is in Canada. Okay, so I'm just clicking here. You have to read it, what exactly the reason is, you have to mention here. Okay, tell us more about what you will do in Canada. Okay, so here you can see 475 characters. So you can write a short story and explain them the reason why you want to come to Canada. So just example, I'm assuming that your son is there in Canada. He is studying, or your son is there in Canada and he is working and he has a family and you want to go and visit them. So what you can mention, I'll just give a one liner. I'll just type here. Here you can mention, I want to visit my son who is in Canada. So it's just one liner I'm mentioning. You can mention up to 475 characters. Okay, a short story you can write. When will you enter Canada? So you have to give an exact number. Hypothetically, I'm just giving any particular date, but you have to mention a particular number or date you want to visit Canada. Okay, so uh, April date 16 till June 7th. Okay, 16 again. UCI is optional, so you can simply save and continue. So in this page, you will see the other documents which are required, so you can read it carefully. Okay, and then click here, continue to apply. In the next page, representative. As I told you, you representative means you are going through an agent. Okay, but you are applying for yourself as a parents. Okay, so you just, are you applying on behalf of someone else? So you just have to mention no. Okay, save and continue. So as initially, as I said, I am applying as a parent and my son is there in Canada. I'm going to go and visit my son. So you have to mention your details. Okay, you have to mention your detail, your surname. Make sure you mention the name as per your passport. Mention mail and save and continue. Okay, so other documents like type of travel here. So type of travel documents. What documents are you traveling with? So obviously it's a passport. Okay, what type of passport you have? So they will ask, so what kind of passport? It's a regular passport. I'm assuming it's a regular passport. Okay, select the country code that matches the one on your passport. Okay, so it's India. So if you are coming from Philippines, Pakistan, or any other country, you have to mention that. What's the nationality on your passport? So just mention whatever the details required. It's a self-explanatory. You don't have to worry on much on that. What's your passport travel documents number? You just have to mention any number. I'm just giving any hypothetical number. Confirm. Okay. You should match the number. You need to confirm it here. And date of issue of your passport. So I'm just giving any number here. Date of expiry of your passport. So here again you have to mention whatever your passport expiry date you have to mention here. I'm just giving any number, any date, so you have to mention the exact. Okay. Are you a lawful permanent resident of United States with a valid green card? No. Have you a Canadian visitor visa in the past 10 years? I'm assuming no. Do you currently hold a valid US nomination visa? No. Are you traveling to Canada by air? Yes. Then save and continue. Country or the territory where you were born. Okay, so you have to mention your country. So again, I'm just reminding you are filling this form or applying as a parents, okay, who is staying outside Canada in India, okay, city or town, okay. So I'm just giving a hypothetical any number place here. New Delhi. Are you a citizen of more than one country or territory? So assuming no. Which country or territory are you a citizen of? It's India. Okay, so it's yes. Save and continue. So now it's national identity documents of the applicant. Okay, so do you have a valid national identity document? So it's yes, and you have to mention your documents number. So probably it should be your passport number. Okay, it should be your passport document number. Okay. So hypothetically, as I said, I'm going to mention anything here, any number here. You have to mention the correct one. Okay, date of issue is mention your date of issue of your passport. Then select the country or the territory that issued these documents. Okay, so definitely it should be India. And now click save and continue. Names used in the past. Have you used another name in the past? So assuming no. Now it's contact information of the applicant, so the countries or the territory of the residents. Okay, so as you are applying someone who is sitting in India or outside Canada, anywhere, so assuming someone is in India, he wants to go to Canada to meet his son of any family member, so you have to mention your address here. Okay, so is your mailing address the same as your residential address? So I'm assuming yes. Country or the territory of the residence. Okay, so list your current country or the territory of the residence, then add all other countries or the territory where you have lived for the past 5 years more than 6 months. So any other country that you lived more than 6 months, you have to mention here, including the current country where you live. which is India. So you have to add your detail here, select a country. So first will be India. What's your status in your country? So definitely it's a citizen, and you are a citizen of this country. Wait, since your birth. Okay, so you have to mention your birth date here. This is where I currently live. So if it is the same address that you are living, that's fine. That's good. And then click save. So you can see. So this is the detail. And if you have lived any other country more than 6 months in the past 5 years, you can add another one. You can click here and you can add the details. Okay. Now save and continue. So biometrics. So in the last 10 years, have you provided your biometrics when applying for visitor visa, visitor extension, restoration of your status, work permit? So I'm assuming no. Okay, go ahead, save and continue. So now in this page you have to mention the detail of the person who is inviting you in Canada. Okay, so as I said in earlier that you are going to meet your son. So your son is inviting you, so you have to mention your son's detail. Okay, who is there in Canada? So surname, just giving any name here hypothetically. Relationship, you can mention the family member. Mailing address in Canada, so you have to mention the mailing address in Canada. Start typing to find your address in the list. Okay, so just like one. So I'm just giving any number here, any address I'm just mentioning. Select the telephone type, cellular, Canada, US number, so you can just mention any number here. You have to mention your number. Okay, has someone else also invited you? So assuming no. Even if somebody else have invited apart from your son, better you mention no, only one person. Save and continue. Okay, so in this page you need to tell something about your financial status. Okay, I mean how much you are going to carry to Canada. So how much money do you have for your stay in Canada? So there is, it's not mandatory that there is a particular number that you have mentioned here, but you should mention a good handsome amount of money which will satisfy your stay in Canada for that particular period of time. It's for 60 days, as we have selected for 2 months. So you can mention like around more than 6,000 at least you should mention. Okay, so I'm just mentioning here 6,000 Canadian dollar. Is someone else giving you a money for your stay in Canada? So I'm assuming no, you are going to sponsor yourself. Okay. S- okay, information about the education, work, and the other activities of of the person who is coming to Canada, who is applying as a visitor, who is applying for the visitor visa. Okay, so have you ever studied in post secondary school? I'm just assuming here no. Okay. uh Military or police history, assuming no. Give detail of all your employment and the activities for for the past 10 years. So you have to mention about your employment history for the last 10 years. Okay, so you can add from 10 years, means it's a 2025, so you just start from 2015 months. You can start from January. So here I'm just mentioning, for example, I'm just putting any number here. You have to mention the exact numbers, exact data. Company employer detail XYZ, country should be India. Okay, for a few election required. Delhi department branch. C. And now you have to mention the address of your office, employment office address. You have to mention. Just example, I'm mentioning any hypothetical data here. Again, I'm telling you, you have to mention the exact data. Okay, so this is the data here for last 10 years. If you have worked more than two employer or something, even if you have not worked, you just mention here. Okay, now it's done. So during the past 5 years, have you traveled to a country or the territory other than one where you are a citizen, where you live now? Okay, so if you have traveled any other country in the last 5 years, you have to mention. I'm assuming no. Just click no. Click save and continue. Travel history. Have you ever stayed in Canada beyond the validity? Assuming no, definitely no. Have you ever been refused visa? Assuming no. Next step. Okay, here criminality and the security. So have you ever committed any crime? So I'm just assuming no. Have you ever been arrested? I'm assuming no. Have you ever been charged? So I'm just assuming no. Have you ever been convicted? Assuming no. Okay. Have you member of association of political party? Assuming no. Have you ever witnessed or participated in the ill treatment? No. Save and continue. Medical background question. Have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel, physician, doctor within the last 12 months? So if it is no, so definitely mention no. In the last 2 years, where you've been diagnosed with the tuberculosis. Okay, tuberculosis. Is it this is okay, so I'm assuming no. Okay. In the past year, have you been to a contract with a person with the tuberculosis? So assuming no. Save and continue. Medical background questions. Are you currently receiving dialysis treatment? No. Have you had a drug or alcohol addiction? I'm assuming no. Have you had a mental health condition causing you to be a threat to yourself? So I'm assuming no again. Have you ever been diagnosed with the syphilis? No. Family information. Marital status. What is your current marital status? So married. Definitely it's for you. If it is for yourself. Okay. Date of marriage, you have to mention a date of marriage. So whatever the exact number you have, you just have to mention here. Just for example, I'm giving any number here. A name of your spouse. Date of birth. Country and the territory born. So assuming it's India. Present occupation as a homemaker. Is their address the same as yours? So you can say yes, it's for your wife. So will your spouse or a common law partner accompany you to Canada? So I'm assuming no here, as you are applying for just for yourself. And if you are coming with your spouse to meet your son, so you can mention yes, and then there is a detail that you have to mention. Here I'm just mentioning no, and save and continue. So here you need to mention about your children. Okay, so do you have any biological, adopted, or stepchildren? So just mention the detail of your children. Add. Just example, I'm giving any numbers, any name. So here you have to mention your son's detail, who is there in Canada, who is inviting you. Okay, his date of birth. You have to mention the exact data here. Relationship, son, country, territory, born, country of birth, it is India. Does this child have the same address as you? No. So you have to give the present address of your son. This is the same person who is inviting you to Canada. Okay. So you have to give the same address. Okay. Uh, Now, okay, Vitridge. If the child is not in Canada, will they accompany to Canada? It's no. This is the same child who is inviting you to Canada. Click save. If you have any other if you have any other kid, you add here. If not, just click save and continue. Okay, so tell us about your parents. So you have to tell them about your parents detail. Okay, so if you were adopted, so here, as I told you, you are applying from India and you are going to visit to Canada to meet your son. So now you have to tell them about your parents. So just share, just mention the detail of your parents. Okay, I'm giving any hypothetical name, numbers. Date of birth of your father. Okay, so your date of birth was 1965, so definitely it is your father's date of birth. Okay, country or territory born, India. The present occupation, if it is, if there is a some, okay, not applicable, just give NA. Does this parents have the same address as you? So I'm assuming yes. Will this parent come with you to Canada? Assuming no, definitely. If you were adopted, provide the detail. So you have mentioned all the details. So here is the detail which you have updated here. Just save and continue. Language of the applicant. So as you said, as I told you, like you are a parent, you are going to meet your son in Canada. So you are the applicant. So you have to mention your mother tongue. So whatever is your mother tongue, you can mention here. Can you communicate in English? So definitely it's yes. The language do you want us to use to contact you? So it's English. Save and continue. Email address of the applicant. So you have to mention your email address. Save and continue. Okay. Telephone number of the applicant. So you have to add your telephone number, cellular number. If you are in India, just mention the number. And save it. Click on save and continue. Summary of your information, how to review and correct your answer. If you want to review it, you can click here. The boxes are there. You can go and edit it and you can come back to this page. So I'm just assuming each and every detail is correct from your point of view. Click save and continue. So in this page, you can see the documents to support your application. When you go down, you will see the type of documents you need to upload here. So national identity documents you need to upload. Okay, then there is a passport you need to upload. So national identity documents are, I would suggest you can upload the passport, and again the passport detail here. And then there is a fund, proof of your fund. Okay, so I'm suggesting you to read all these bullet points and upload the documents accordingly. So the best thing is the bank statement for the past 4 months. This is what you can upload. Okay, and once you upload all these three details, there are some optional additional documents you can see here: consent, personal information, employer letter, additional document. So once you upload all your documents here, the three documents and the additional documents here, the optional one, when you click on save and continue, it will take you to a page where you have to make the payment, and then there is a consent and the declaration page. Okay, as I am just giving you example and I'm just explaining you how you can do it step by step process. So you, when you click on save and continue, you have to make the payment, and there is a consent form. It is just one page form where you need to just write your name and signature, and then that's it. So it's all done. Okay, so that was the step-by-step process how you can apply for your travel visa to Canada. If you have any confusion, if you have any doubts, you can write your comments in the comment box. I will definitely try to answer your questions. Thank you so much. If you like this video, you can hit the like button. Thank you.